This is Subversion on Elite. Just switching around the order of my gloves. I want to have the glove with the SLA first, followed by the glove I want to finish into. So I'm just going from left to right with all my buffs.
After a long march through the hidden cave complex,
And these elementals are outsiders, but not evil. So my stun probably won't work on them. I don't think they're chaotic, and my holy retribution certainly won't. I'll give it a try real quick. It'll do the extra damage, but not the instant kill proc because they're not evil.
Mutters the enslaved slod. Don't be foolish, pet. You should be honored. I'm allowing you to use a codex page to gain power. Now then, get to work. The pit fiend continues. I expect you to retrieve the Titans for my forces in Shavarath. Or else.
I'll give the Holy Retribution a shot, but I don't think it'll work on any of these.
But it seems we have company, Master. As you wait for your run tips.
Eritrea snacks. Take care of it. I expect results, or I'll burn you to ash.
Oops, I've got an acid. You can see I've got 10 acid procs, and was doing a fair amount of damage, 100 points. So that's with the 30 acid. So it's useful to have acid absorb for those type of situations. Eventually, what I'd like to do is have one swap item for every element. You know, fire, cold, acid absorb, including things like poison and negative. And then just switch to it if I'm taking heavy damage or if I'm going to be fighting an enemy that has heavy damage. So I've always liked to have like one swap item reserved for heavy elemental damage or other types of damage such as light, negative, or other types of damage.
As the last domino falls, a beam of energy erupts from the central pillar and strikes the magical field
Once we
across
defeat the
hall.
4 elementals, we can open the way forward with this lever. And from this point, it's going to be mostly devils with some constructs as well. Nope, hopefully my hireling didn't. Well, it's really not an issue, anyways. But I don't think we have to worry about getting overwhelmed with these mobs, since it's just really heroic cleanup. But on high difficulties, I don't like to get both these mobs at the same time, so that's why I usually kind of draw them back to the hallway, the first mob. And you might want to, for that, you might want to have your hireling stand on the ground just so they don't run ahead, which they sometimes have a tendency to do. Grab grab this lever. Abishai. Well, no fighting for a while, so no reason not to use Holy Retribution. Alright, there's two spots. First one is here. You can kind of see them as being a little translucent.
Something about these crates
depending on your
seems
graphic
strange.
settings. And then you have to, you know, I think you might be able to do it without, but I think I've always just mashed these crates here. And then through here is another opening to get the second crust. And so once you get used to these quests, you know, like some of these, you really don't need to run every heroic quest before you start doing the epics. But for this plan, since it's really designed for new players and free-to-play players that need the tomes, I wanted to make sure I run all these on heroic before running these on epic, because it's more difficult than epic. The one advantage of running them on epic is epic quests do not have the lockout for normal and hard, and so Life 2, once you're comfortable with these quests, you could probably just skip them on heroic and run them only on as part of your level 30 plus Reaper run. But for the purpose of this build and for these videos, I wanted to make sure you had an opportunity to see them first before running them on Reaper at level 30. Alright, so if my open lock is good enough, I don't need to go this way. I'm gonna at least test it because it went a little better than I expected on hard, and so that gives me some hope that I could probably pick the lock with enough boosts. So I know I'm going to need a high number here. I'm just curious to see how high, but I'm going to put my open lock item on. It's a little, well, below my level, not really below the level of this quest, so it should be okay. But I only have 2 levels worth of ranks. So success on a 19, okay, I figured it would be, 16 or higher would probably succeed. Was curious if it would succeed on like a 12 or a 13. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing, it's going to require that 15, 16 or higher. On Elite. And my hope is that as I get to higher levels, opening locks is never mandatory for quest completion. It's for optionals and optional chests. So my hope is I can get most of them at level 30, even with just 2 ranks into it. But we'll see, when I get my +5 in tome, I'll have an opportunity then to get 2 more, or at least 1 more skill, and it would probably be UMD over open lock, just because open lock is never mandatory for a quest objective. to complete a quest. And UMD would allow me to have better self-healing and heroic levels with heal scrolls. Alright, so this is not going to be very hard, I suspect, but the way that I normally do this on high difficulties is I sort of sneak up here. Oh wait, this guy's not active on heroics, only on epics. Never mind. So this is what I do on epics: is I sneak up to this guy, get him active, fight him back there, then deal with this guy. Like, this guy is only ever active on. We'll get them fast. Definitely take care of these mobs before you take care of the boss. Very tough on high difficulties. Alright, and there's the next wave. That's because I was doing damage to the boss with my cleaves. I'm going to save my big cleave for the next group, since I've almost got these guys pretty well down under control. And you can see my Harleys. This is a pretty tough fight. My Harley's having trouble. Level 21 favorite soul. Alright, now we get this mob. Fatal Flaw. Okay, so that's a really great heavy repeating crossbow for a artificer, and I'll probably keep this rather than break it down for sentient XP. I'm going to pause it while I go to the end ward. Nothing too interesting. I'm just going to grab something and break it down for essences, and that is Subversion on Elite.